Alright, just made it down the hill with the sled. Rain Man is on his way. Just talked to him. He's about an hour out still. That's a big, pretty dragonfly. I'll zoom in. Several of them flying around today. Plan is that out there, and you can sort of tell, all that out there on that side from, say, that dark stretch there in the middle is exposed clay. Starting right at the end of that cobble. We're going to start right about where there's big flat pieces of bedrock and a big old piece of iron that's ended up right there on that inside corner. Well, you can tell it's the inside corner. You go around that, the bridge is up there. So that's where we're going to work today. And plus, benefit of working down here in the vault, shade, see that shade starting to creep across there already? Gotta love that. A couple big chunks of that clay pay, the soft shell that I brought over here that we didn't get up the hill, so I chucked them back in the creek in our dredge hole so they didn't dry out. So I'm gonna have to search up here for some deep enough water. Pretty deep out there in the middle, but getting a pump out there is another thing. So I think I'm gonna pull the pump apart and go ahead and clean the impeller out. Haven't done that really for a good long while. It's been down here. Of course, with the new screen we have on our suction deal, we really don't suck anything up in there. But I also grab random ass buckets all the time, dip up water, and pour down in there to prime it. So there's possibility that I could have dumped some stuff down in there. I just want to go through it and make sure that has not happened. And then we're going to start getting set up. Oh, Rain Man will be here shortly. The rain is going to be slightly behind him. They're saying about 3 is when the chances start. But I looked at the radar and we might get hit about 5 or 6. A little bit of rain, but I don't think it'd be horrible. So, yeah. We'll be back. Alright, we're going to take this impeller apart. I ain't going to show the whole process, but you got these bolts and nuts out here that pull off, and then I'll show you what we need to do afterwards. Okay, we got the front off the pump. These little bitty grooves right here for the high pressure pump. Random slimy stuff on there. And I have learned to put something, a piece of paper, business card. This is a back off one of the stickers that we put on the dredge. I put that in there. That way, when we are cleaning it out, and if you do run into, I need to be doing it two-handed. I just pushed it out. But if there is a rock in there, before, it would just fall down into another hole. So I put something in there now to catch rocks and funnel them out. But this is what it entails. See that wire sticking out there at the bottom? So I'm just going to go clean all these out, make sure nothing's in there, wipe everything out inside here. It's getting a little slimy. And we'll slap her back together. Okay. I got everything back together. Might be scrapping that part of the video, so if this is video gets weird right now, that's why. We're ready. That's the two things that we found in our impeller. That's a good sized rock. So that means two holes, parts of our impeller was basically not working, or very, very restricted flow. I don't know how that rock fit in there. But yeah, we're ready to fuel it up, get things moved. Ants took over. There's 10 million ants in my gloves. A dude is down here with me the last time, that Jeremy guy, had covered everything up and put it in the pans and put them on the sluice and covered them up with a tarp. And everything's been fine around the pump. But if you give, I bet there's 10 million ants in between them two layers of pans. If you give something, like cover something up where the ants can get in between layers and inside, say gloves and stuff, it just loads up overnight. So, yeah. And you can tell Rain Man must be getting close. It's went from sunny and nice to it's cloudy. I heard thunder rumbling in the far off distance, so that's a sure sign that Richard is almost here. So I'm gonna start getting stuff up the creek. We'll be back. Getting that gold. We moved that piece of iron. We basically started right where the iron's at. But there's a big dead spot down there. Down here. This material is like concrete. This stuff is like that. So, yeah. You want that crevicing tool to drag stuff around, Richard? You want that to loosen stuff up?
It's working great right now. Just have to...
Yeah, so I mean, 6 pieces of iron there, and then a piece of iron buried down in there. Definitely some heavy loaded up in this area. Trying to work that thing out of there. Both of them were working, but I been over. I couldn't handle it anymore. I had to stand up. I figured I'd grab the phone a little bit, let y'all see what we were. Hey now. There's no current. No current through there. See how muddy that water is? Where we're working, you can't see. It's all by feel down in there. And Richard's got gloves on. Mine are down there full of ants. I'm gonna go check them out, see if I use them or not. Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of glass in here, but there's a lot of iron. It's just sliced open and yanked around on rocks down there. Trying to find a little bit of gold. Clay is right out here, exposed clay. We're going to start up back in here, but that everything piled up there with that iron's at, hauling it. So, digging a hole. Getting the gold with Rain Man, waiting on the rain. Just pulled out a big old slab of clay out of the bottom of the hole. Big rock. That's a pile of stuff out there. Deeper, down something hard than what I thought it'd be already. there where Rain Man's knees are at and open the hole up this way some. I'm going straight up right in here. Yeah, right in here is where that big piece of iron's at. There's a big piece of rebar sticking up down in there. There may have been another bridge at one point. And, other than the holes in there, I think we might be finding remnants of that. Yeah, Indiana boys getting that gold. Getting that gold. Almost better than the gold. Richard brought me some fresh farm eggs. Love that. We look forward to getting his eggs. My buddy Troy, he gets some eggs too. I mean, you get eggs from somebody's chickens out in their yard compared to what you buy at the store. World different. World different. So, I'm going to jump on off here, smoke a cigarette. Debating on whether to sit down. I sit down, I might probably stiffen up and not be able to get up. But, we'll be back. Alright, we got a hole. Big old hole. Look at that pile of rocks around there. That's taller than my cooler. You gotta be careful, there's some pieces of rebar sticking out in there. And there's no current flowing through here at the general moment. I mean, the creek going way down. But we got a hole. We got down to clay. There's a crack. Probably about that deep. Sort of went back. We cleaned probably 2 foot of that out. We've got a hole cleared off. Probably 2/3 of the size of that sled. Down there, we're trying to open it up now. The thing about it, you have 2 ways to approach it. You just keep going along the bottom, let everything fall in from the top, and sort of go with it, or you can start at the top and work your way down, you know. So, you're finding better gold along the way, if you're working along the bottom, but you also got big ass rocks falling on top of it all the time, and plugging stuff up when they do. So, but yeah, we're getting it. We've got an hole in the creek, made the water muddy. Look at that. The old tile sticking up out of the water. It would have been horrible digging that big a hole by hand. For sure. Like Craig had been proud of this hole. Look, he got the crevicing tool out using it. Richard got his mask and stuff, but you can't see down in there. You can't see shit. So, we're down pretty deep. I was beginning to wonder if we were going to hit bottom without face being in the water, but it's close. Beautiful day. I like how I love working down there in the gate in the afternoon. That's just big plus. And we wondered what was on this inside corner. Well, we just had to go way deeper than what I anticipated. Now it's over for bedrock under there. It's swing, but it's what it is. But there's all kind of, that's clay over there, the exposed clay. So you can see all the divots and stuff, there's boil holes all in that stuff. And so I imagine this whole bottom is like that, underneath this stuff. So, Hopefully we'll get in some bigger gold than we've been finding. Definitely need some material. Indiana boys getting that gold. We'll be back. About time for my turn. We've been doing about 10-15 minutes at a time and switching out. Because Richard and I, we're both fat and old, you know, and we're both broke down. And so, yeah, just run for just a little bit, you know, before you start hurting actually too bad, and then switch out with the other person, get straightened out. So, two handicapped old sons of bitches out here trying to find gold. All right, we had a big plug at the end of the hose. It was like them water amusement park over there by the dredge, so we had to shut her down and get that unplugged. We have a big hole down the clay, clean out some cracks, getting ready to fill her up and run. I'm gonna jump in there. Rain, man, has been running, and it hasn't rained. I said it's clouded up a couple times, and about 20 minutes before we actually got down here, 30, it was thundering. So, but yeah, we've been getting with it. We moved a lot of material. Like I said, we've got down to hard clay, cleaned out some holes and some cracks. Hopefully there's some gold. Awesome day out. Before Richard got here, I was sitting down and I heard something going sploosh, sploosh real quiet out into the water, and I assumed Millie had snuck down the hill, but there's a deer. Had walked out and walked across the creek. So I think we're going to run a little longer, make this hole a little bit bigger. Like I said, I'm going to jump in there and sort of spin the hose around and work this right in through here. Told Richard we about need to dredge a canal over here to the deeper water. It's going to dry up next week. But it was way deeper down to that clay than what I thought it would be. But also, like we thought, that clay's got character just like it does over here. So hopefully there's some gold caught in this though. We'll be back. We are getting that gold. Our water's flowing back into our hole now. Got to sort of stand up our tailing pile. We got a hell of a hole. Down to clay. Hopefully we're on some gold. Prospecting plus dredge. Big old 8-foot Gold Hog man. Just great. We're both wet from the neck down. Sun is going down. I'm guessing it's probably getting close to 7 o'clock. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to walk up the hill. Back is killing me. But man, we have one hell of a hole over there. Hopefully there's some gold. You can always hope. Sort of cold not being in the water. Where I can drive over to here, but everybody that got in on the donation hook. It will be done and over before you see this video, but thank y'all. And congratulations to whoever the hell was the all winner. Making some deep spots though, by golly, help keep them fish alive. One big piece of iron, the coal one, the giant piece is laying on top where we're with. Pick this one up, several others. We shut down, put gas in a little bit ago. There's all kind of nails, stuff in the mat. We got a big asshole. Look at all these rocks. I'm dying, like dying. I know Richard is too. But that hole's anywhere from 2 to 3 foot deep over here behind him. So we're going to watch it back and we'll have a look-see, but for the final cleanup, we're going to have to visit Richard, go subscribe to A3 Sky Warrior if for some reason you are not. Because other than handing it back and having a look-see, he's going to do the actual cleanup over on his channel from this run. So y'all need to go check that out for sure. Alright. We're going to do a semi-official cleanup. Richard's going to take this stuff home and run it. But until then, I'm going to pan this stuff down and we get our work down. We'll come back. Alright, now I washed all kind of gold down the pan, folks. There's a ton of lead in there. But there is, look. I say there's gold all down the pan. I lost all kinds of stuff, and there's a bunch of lead and steel and other good stuff like that. But make sure and follow along over A3 Sky Warriors, and he will do an official cleanup on that gold day. But we need a squirt bottle. Bam. Adapt and overcome. The Indiana gold. Wrapping her up for the day.